132 strikeouts, which is a school record, in 108 2/3 innings, 6 double-digit strikeout games. This year, 13-1 record, which by the way is second highest wins on the all-time SAU season list, a 1.18 ERA, second all-time in SAU history, only 20 earned runs, 131 strikeouts in 99 1/3 innings, just one shy of his school season record, 7 double-digit strikeout games. For his career, 35-2 record, school record, tied at 9th all-time in Division II history in wins, 2.39 ERA in his career, second all-time in SAU history, only 72 earned runs over 3 years, 323 strikeouts in 271 innings, school season record, 14 double-digit strikeout games in his career. That's in only 39 starts, 14 double-digit strikeout games. Like I said before, the 35 wins, tied at 9th all-time in Division II. Shares one Gulf South Conference record, is second all-time in the Gulf South in 3 different statistical categories, and third all-time in 4 categories. Holds 7 school records, and is second all-time in 6 others. I just thought I would start with the obvious. Finally, the man of all time in Mulerider baseball history as the highest draft pick ever at Southern Arkansas. Taken with the 16th pick, Hayden Simpson. And by the way, Hayden, you notice I didn't say you were from Central Arkansas or that you were a left-handed pitcher. And by the way, he has apologized to you in the media for that. So I thought I'd like to give y'all just a brief, quick background on what's going on behind the scenes as far as in the media relations with this selection. And I say y'all, that's Southern and plural for you, so bear with me. Trust me, it all starts with this. I'm the last person in the room right now that Hayden wants to have anything to do with after this last week. As much as I have called him and everything else, and I know that for a fact because that's what he told Dan on his interview, that he just went out to his phone. And yeah, I heard that one too. So. But it's been crazy, especially the first 3 days of the week. This all came about as a big surprise. And a very, very pleasant one, and that's not to say anything negative about it because we certainly knew Hayden's talents and what his capabilities were. I had called Dan before I left the office on Monday, and I said, look, you know, we all know that he's probably going on Tuesday in the draft, but I'm headed to the house, so just call me if something crazy happens. Well, I went home, threw on my running clothes, took a run in this nice, warm, humid weather, came back soaked, stepped 1 foot into the door, my phone went off, and it was the Gulf South Conference. Immediately after that, Dan calls me. Cameron King, one of Hayden's closest friends who was at his house, called me next. Tom Forty called me next, the biggest Cub fan in Magnolia. And by then, it was 10, 15 more calls, and Hayden was getting them, I'm sure, at the same time, too. So it was back to the office. This is a little of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Took calls till 2 a.m. in the morning, got through at 5:30 that morning. Got up at 9:30, started again, got home at 3:30 that next morning.
Hayden, on behalf of the city of Magnolia, have a proclamation here that's going in the permanent record. I'd like to give it to you that declares that today, June 11th, 2010, was Hayden Simpson. And all I want to tell you is that when you go back, I said, you laughed, we're going to do this an annual event. I said, no, we're not. I said, but if you ever get up against the Cardinals and beat them, we will But anyway, congratulations, best of luck, best wishes. Thank you.
My colleagues in the House of Representatives wanted to also share in that. So I have a citation from the House of Representatives to Hayden, whereas Arkansas is blessed with an abundance of citizens whose life experiences provide a wealth of wisdom that serves to guide and influence our state on the road to continual progress. And whereas Hayden Simpson, who's been chosen 16th in the Major League Baseball draft by the Cubs, is now honored on this June 11th, 2010 with Hayden Simpson Day in Magnolia. And whereas Hayden Simpson, who is a Southern Arkansas All-America starting pitcher, has compiled a record of 35-2 with a 2.39 ERA over the past 3 seasons, will go on to make many memorable contributions to baseball. And whereas the House of Representatives of the 87th General Assembly of the State of Arkansas takes great pride in recognizing Hayden Simpson for all of his accomplishments and wishes him the very best, now therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Bruce Mallett, the House of Representatives directs that this citation be presented on this 11th day of June 2010. I've got that. I also have a letter from the governor. The governor's schedule was booked today, but he's got a very nice congratulatory letter to Hayden. And the governor loves baseball. He follows baseball, and just like I think Dan said, or Houston, when I talked to the governor, I said, Governor, I said, he's just a good kid. He's just a good guy.
And this year we have a particular star for sure in Hayden Simpson. It's been such a pleasure to be involved with this young man and the whole team. By the way, this little plaque here is really kind of neat. And Hayden, if you'll give us permission to that, we'd like to make that available to public offices, restaurants, and others around the town. And so, or Coach A know, or Jeremy Langley know, we'll get your name, and if you have a public, particularly a public area that you would like to display this, we'll get that for you, no charge whatsoever, because I think it really speaks well to the support of the community for our athletic program. And last year, when we had those thousands of people out there for the game and the tournament, that was just a knockout.
He's a part of more than just 35 wins. And I told Hayden this earlier after the season we met. Hayden's got that unique ability. And I'm going to speak on behalf of all our coaches on this also. And not very many people have this. And I don't know if he just, somehow he has it. He has the ability to make people around him better. So we had 4 other guys that are going to play professional baseball this year. He was a big part of that because Hayden's the guy, not only on the field does he do it, but off the field, a tremendous, and I've said this other thing, everybody knows what he's done on the field, but off the field he's been the best teammate I've seen. And I've been really blessed, no doubt, no question, the most talented kid I've ever coached and may ever coach. And I've been blessed to coach a lot of talented kids. Best teammate, and I know so many of you will adopt him into and keep track of him, but he's done that for our other players, whether it's taking them fishing or hunting or just making them feel a part, regardless of who they were, if they were a starter or non-starter or redshirt freshman, always made them feel like they're a part of the team and was always ready to represent us if we needed to talk to somebody. And I always say Hayden Simpson has what I call revolving integrity. Any situation that comes up, he has strong integrity. And we talked about this thing. There's men that are built for themselves, and then there's men that are built for others. And I promise you this, Hayden Simpson's a man built for others. And he's just a unique young man. And I've been just honored and privileged just to be a part of his life for the last 3 years and really got to enjoy not only with Hayden but also his family, see where he gets a lot of his integrity and class and everything like that.